Hi, my name is Riley. When I think about The Promise, what stays with me the most this week is Potok's quiet but demanding idea that faith is inseparable from the character. It's not enough to believe strongly, but what matters is who we place our faith in and why. Potok makes this clear by contrasting the faith and the trust, like in Danny Sanders, and with misplaced faith, like belief in the carnival worker who performs confidence without integrity. When I was reading this, it pushed me to examine where my own faith rests, especially within my faith community. Danny Saunders inspired me most, and his faith is consistently tested by responsibility. By the time we meet him in The Promise, Danny is no longer just a brilliant boy from The Chosen. He is someone carrying the weight of expectations from his community, from his father, and tradition itself. What challenged me is how Danny refuses to let faith become passive obedience. Danny insists that knowledge and belief mean nothing if they do not shape a person's moral life, and emphasizing the mind must serve compassion, not ego. He makes it clear that without faith, character is hollow, and I absolutely agree with him. I feel like I see this a lot sometimes. Oh, my phone's kind of falling. Sorry. Really push it. There we go. And I feel like, again, I can see this all the time. Like, people say that they have this faith and that they follow these rules, but then their morals and the way that they act doesn't really line up with it. And I feel like Danny really inspires. I feel like that's inspiring with people to read that, how he integrates his beliefs into his moral life and the way he thinks as well. But especially what inspired me is that Danny doesn't abandon faith, especially when it becomes difficult. He depends on it. His choice to study psychology, even when it conflicts with what is expected of him. Wow. I just might have to pause this. So sorry. Okay, I think it's back. So sorry about this. Where did I leave off on my paper? His choice to study psychology, even when it conflicts with what is expected of him. It is not an act of rebellion, but more of a responsibility. Danny believes that truth is healing and matter more than appearances. In this way, his faith is earned and not inherited. Potok shows Danny understands that a leader or any faithful person must be shaped by empathy. Without knowledge, it becomes dangerous. Danny's quiet insistence that a person must know pain in order to help others stayed with me because it reframes the faith as something lived and not declared. And again, going back to my statement, I just feel like him living his faith versus declaring it is just, it shows so much more about him as a character. And I feel like it really challenged me to reflect on my own faith community. Sometimes I realize I place my faith too easily in people who speak confidently or hold authority, rather than those who demonstrate humility and care. Like the carnival worker Potok presents, charisma can look convincing without being trustworthy. Danny's story reminded me to ask harder questions. Does this person's character match what they are saying, their words? Does their faith produce kindness, patience, and accountability? And I feel like that's a really good part that I would like to leave this discussion with. Anyway, thank you so much, and sorry about all the phone falling.